Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go over the pre-test. We have a test next week, Monday, Tuesday. Monday for this class and Tuesday for period 4 on Chapter 7. The sections we're going to cover are sections 7.1 through 7.6 and 7.8. That's plotting points, graphing equations, got to know your y equals mx plus b, your standard form. You're definitely going to have to do perpendicular and parallel lines, and you got to understand that parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have the slope that is an inverse reciprocal of each other. In other words, you flip, reciprocal means you flip the fraction and change the sign. If it's negative, it becomes positive. If it's a positive, it becomes negative. So please study. I'm going to give you a homework assignment tonight, which we'll study that. The chapter wrap-up was due today. Test is next week, Monday for this class and Tuesday for the other. So right now we're going to do number 19 from your pre-test. This is out of 20. One word about this. This out of 20 test is in Teacheries right now. I know your grades are a little low on it, but you can shape that up by doing the homework this weekend. This is used as a map or blueprint, something just to help you know what you've got, what you're missing, and the gaps. If you fill those gaps in by on a separate sheet of paper, rewriting the question, and doing the question, making the corrections, then you'll get your full points, and we'll treat it like a homework assignment rather than a quiz. But if you don't do it, you get whatever's on there, okay? So please use this as a pre-test to study for the test next week, the Chapter 7 test next week. So the question is, it says to give the slope-intercept form of the line that is perpendicular to 9x minus 2y equals 1 and contains negative 4, 5. Give the slope-intercept form of the line. First of all, what is the slope-intercept form of the line? Yes? What?
Y equals mx plus b.
Y equals mx plus b. So let's put that down. Y equals mx plus b. That's number 1. The slope-intercept form of the line is y equals mx plus b. Now, what information are we given? We're given a point, right?
Yeah.
What else are we given?
Slope.
Well, what kind of slope? What are we given? We're given the slope of. We're given an equation of the line. How do we find the slope out from that equation? So go ahead. Negative 2y equals 9x plus negative 9x plus 1. She subtracted 9x on both sides. Now she's dividing by negative 2. This is your basic Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Algebra 1A equation solving stuff. We're assuming you know how to do this. Y equals, now you've got two negatives, so it's 9 over 2, because negative 9 divided by negative 2 is a positive 9 over 2. Now this is minus a half. This is minus and a plus, so it's going to be minus 1/2. There you go. Now, what have we done? What can we use now? What information is contained in here? Let's do one thing, just in case, some of you know, but let's just write y equals mx plus b again underneath, right underneath, because if you line it up properly, then you can see which one is slope and which one is y-intercept. Any idea, Tina, which one is slope and which one is y-intercept?
I know. The slope is 9 over 2.
That's right. If you circle that, that m is 9 over 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So then once we've done that, you've got to be thinking about that's all you really need. You've got now the information about the slope of the line that is perpendicular to the line that we want to find. So be careful. Which slope, what is the line perpendicular? Okay, Glenn is going to tell us. She's dying to. Go for it, Glenn.
To have a perpendicular, you have to do the negative reciprocal.
That's right. So there's a symbol. Let me just show the symbol. Because perpendicular lines look like this, okay? Here's a graph.
Wow.
And here's a line, right? Let's say. Now, a perpendicular to that line, does anybody know what it would look like?
It'll like half.
It goes up the middle, and it's got what's called a right angle in it. That's what that square is. It's a right angle. Hope you can all see that. So when we draw the slope, when we say slope of a perpendicular line, we go m, and we put that little symbol, because that means it's the perpendicular line. It just saves us having to write it out. That's what the perpendicular line symbol is, because it's a line going off up into space. And of course, Glenn is going to write it a lot better and a lot clearer, because the new generation is just, you know, they just kick it. They rock. All right, so m perpendicular equals what?
Oh, negative 2/9.
Negative 2/9. Right, Alec? Right, Ili? Right, Gabby? Does everybody remember? I think our last teacher said, you know, we flip it around, we the reciprocal, make it negative.
M perpendicular.
M perpendicular. This is the M perpendicular. Okay, write it down, please. Yeah. What do we do here? How do we use this information to find our goal? What are we trying to find? First of all, Koi, what is this question asking you?
It contains -4.
Right, now it's got to contain that point. Have we used this information yet, Jazzy?
No.
No. So I think we're going to probably want to use it now.
We should.
And what else are we going to need for that to know what it is that we're looking for? To know what the slope-intercept form of the line is perpendicular. What other information will we use? Probably going to be something to do with what we just did all that work for.
Well, the slope.
Which one though? We've got this slope of this line, and then the slope of the line is perpendicular.
I think M was perpendicular.
Yeah, that's a good, that's called a logical deduction. Yes, it's Jessica's turn.
Okay, so you're gonna use your slope and your y-intercept, right?
What?
Which slope?
The one that we just did all the work
Yeah,
for.
the perpendicular line slope. That's the one we're looking for. So what are we going to put in? Which equation?
We're gonna put it in the y
Equals.
mx plus b.
Again, that's right. Y equals mx plus b. Just put it in
That
there.
one.
That's the one.
Now you plug them in.
Now you plug them in. There you go, Deontay. Now, you could, now that's not the only way. You could also put it into,
Y minus Y1
yes.
equals slope on
X minus x1.
Right. But the point is you could use either one. You could use either one, right? You could do it with either one. Let's do this one because that's the one we've been using. So let's put in x1, y1. Let's leave that up there. X1, y1 is coming from where? The -4, 5. There you go.
Woo!
Yep, so y minus 5 equals, now m is the line perpendicular, the slope of the perpendicular line. That's the trick with these questions, right? And it's going to be x plus 4. Good job. Stand aside and let us look at that. Look at that. Well done. Look at that. Y minus 5 equals -2/9 onto x plus 4. Now, are we done? What is this question asking you? Olivia, what are they asking you? Give it the...
slope-intercept.
Right. It's not in slope-intercept form, but we could...
You have to
We can finish it. We distribute it. That's right. We take the -2/9 and we distribute it onto x
Yeah, and 4.
and 4. And -2/9 times 4 is going to be -8/9. -8/9. Now we're almost done. What do we have to do? We have -5. We have to add it on both sides. And we're going to have to deal with a fraction, but we're not afraid of fractions. We don't have a problem with fractions.
I'm a superhero.
5 is just like saying 45 over 9. 5 is 45 over 9, right? Because 5 over 1, let's take 5 times 9, you get 45. 1 times 9 is 9. So y equals -2/9 x. Okay, -2/9 x.
Equals negative, oh yeah.
-2/9 x. Plus, now 45 minus 8 is 37. So this is actually put plus, just under there, put plus 45 over 9. And when you take -8 over 9 plus 45 over 9, you get -8 over 9 plus 45 over 9 is actually positive 37 over 9. Now, what's wrong with having fun? And I won't talk like a robot because I'm not a robot. I'm actually very, very excited about this.
Do your math and stuff.
This has been a Banana Apple production. Do your homework, kids.
Cause I'll send it along with love from me to you.